What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the most unstoppable robot in War Robots, I would say. Probably even worse than a Hellburner with ECU and Ansel Shield, the Invader. Ladies and gentlemen, I had no idea how strong this thing would become if you fit it with max level modules, and the reason why it gets so incredibly impossible to kill is because every module gives you bonus based off its maximum HP and then percentage of it, okay? And since it has so much HP, every single module gives you insane bonuses to it, 50,000 HP around from every single max level heavy armor kit, and also here, the healing 25% of almost 600,000 HP. Well, that's a lot, okay? So, yeah, I mean, let's jump into the gameplay and show you what I'm talking about, okay? Alright guys, here we go with 570,000 health and additional suppression that makes your enemy deal even less damage when you catch them. And naturally so, you would try to catch as many people as you can with your area explosion upon landing with the Invader. And so jumping on a beacon with a lot of enemies, right? And then capturing the beacon, killing them and suppressing them all usually ends up with success for you. And the same goes for jumping on enemy spawns even, which usually is no good idea. Walking up a ramp is really chaotic and problematic. Still, there's a glitch that makes you super slow on it, even though a spider should have the least problems with walking up obstacles, but that's hopefully getting fixed soon. Getting all three locked down here, not locked down, suppressed, all their weapons suppressed with a jump and the Invader, and then locking down the Invader immediately, getting this guy instantly killed, also killing the Fury with Zeus on their own spawn, locked down on the Pursuer, and, you know, jumping up with a next boom suppression. 4 people suppressed. Scourge Bulgazari, Scourge Spectre, 7 Scourges are firing at me right now, and I'm still surviving for a good amount of time right now before I get killed, and still have a Godlike. By the way, Scourge is literally the most damaging thing that you need to be wary about. If you're running an Invader, make sure you take out Scourge enemies first, because they literally have the ability to deal around 300,000 damage to you in just a few seconds if they are not suppressed and taken care of, okay? So, yeah, make sure to know Scourge is literally the most dangerous thing to worry about when you play an Invader. Now, I'm playing the Pursuer for a second here to just lock down the enemies and get that beacon, because I want to spawn here with the Invader, lock down the Pursuer before he falls down, and lock down the Bulgazari before he has a chance to walk in and prevent me from capping this beacon. That's what he was trying to do. Thankfully, my lockdown chance was with me here, and I got him locked down and he was unable to walk over the edge of the beacon zone there to stop me from getting it. This means even if I die now, I still already achieved what I wanted to achieve. I'm going to be able to spawn with the Invader. Let's do this. Hey there, guys! 570,000 health in your face. Boom! There we go. I'm not even using the suppression ability because that's just a Spectre with shock train Bulgazari. He barely scratches the paint on this thing when it hits. So let's cap the beacon back and then get ready for the jump as soon as the beacon is mine. Boom! Here we go. And that's the next thing that makes the Invader so good. Usually things that are very tanky are very slow, you know? That's normally what it is. But the Invader with his jump ability is so incredibly flexible and mobile that you can just absolutely, you know, you can take so much distance in very short time. And now something I want to show you. An Invader, and Mercury is currently jumping on us, okay? And you know how much damage a Hell Drive explosion usually does to you, right? When it lands. Well, let's look at that. Look how much, I don't suppress the guy, he's unsuppressed. So full damage coming in from his Hell Drive. Let's see how much this is. Boom, look at this. That tiny little bit, that's the Hell Drive explosion that I've just taken, man. That's like, I don't know, 40,000 damage. What? That's nothing on this thing with 570,000 health. And now his weapons are suppressed because I counter-jumped him. So, by the way, he was not suppressed when he exploded, right? His suppression was dealing the full damage. Godlike already, and look how much health I have. I went through the entire enemy team and I could do it 4 times more based on the health I got right now. And now any slow robot would take forever to get up there, and we just jump up here. And since we are such a flat robot, we do not only suppress him with this jump, but we also can hit him stealth denial very well here because the robot is very flat. So every shot you fire with Corona Halo is like hits everybody in front of you very well, even if they're stealth. So godlike, okay? So let's get going here. I was kind of waiting for the end of the match here to finally see how much damage we have done, and yeah, let's get going. This The stuff that's coming in this video, you're going to be amazed what we can do with this. There's so much crazy stuff still coming, and I know. Here, 2 million damage, 8 beacon caps. I don't know when I last did that. 17 kills. Holy moly. Guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, you find the content amazing, I don't know, interesting, or you're just generally like to see more of it, then hit subscribe, please, and hit that notification bell as well. Helps me out a lot, and it gets you guys notified when the next video of this sort comes out. Let's capture the beacon here again. First, I do have the same plan as I had before. I must get this beacon. No matter what I do, this beacon must be mine so I can spawn on it and lock it down. With Last Stand, thankfully that was possible for me to not die so quick. And now I have these 2 robots rushing me. I'm jumping into the Invader, and now I'm making a mistake. You see there is a Scourge Hize in the back. I should have kept flying a little bit further and tried to land next to him and still in the beacon range so that he is suppressed, because as I said before, Scourge literally is the one thing that can get dangerous to you as an invader, because he's already done 200,000 damage. He has already done to us, and he's still going. It's like 250,000 health he's done, and I would have been almost full if it wasn't for that Scourge Hize. So just be very wary and careful about these Scourges. Suppressed the Spectre with Orkans right in front of me for 3 more seconds. He's trying his best to deal damage, but there's no chance. Now I activate healing, but the healing actually comes delayed this time. That's weird. And but it starts now. 96,000 HP, and now it comes and starts the healing. Alright, from 96 to 206,000 damage. That's 110,000 or something, and we have even taken a bit of damage while we were healing, so maybe we have healed 130, 140,000. Boom! A huge chunk of HP goes away from a Vortex Spectre, yeah, but let's not forget that another robot would probably be dead now after this hit, and we just take like 30% damage. That's so crazy, man. What an absolute monster. And the thing is also, now if you're wondering and saying, hey, this thing, the robot itself is Mk2 level 12 max, of course, and the modules are maxed as well, and the healing booster, but you could even run this thing when you're not having the modules and the booster active, because you still have at Mk2 390,000 health. Alright, so this is just so much health, guys, that even without the modules and even without a booster, you're still going to do very well with it. You may not get exactly this performance, but you're getting relatively close to it still because of the insane amounts of health this robot has. So let's do the right jump here and catch this guy when he thinks he's safe. He just fell down right there, and I'm catching him with the suppression, and I tried to lock him down. Unfortunately, this time I was unlucky, and he was able to jump away, but he did next to no damage with his landing up on the thing up there because, well, he was suppressed. So he did, like, I don't know, 5,000-10,000 damage maybe or something like that with his suppression, with his landing of the Hell Drive ability. He's trying to counter heal the damage, and even though my Corona shoots into the wall in front of me, I'm still able to get him out of the way. Landing up here, and now this is cool. I should have stayed here. I didn't realize in this point that I could have killed the Raijin down there very effectively because I bypassed his physical shield by jumping, shooting over him. But I didn't realize that, so I jumped down. Damn it. If I had gotten that, I could have just sent there. Now I switch target to the Falcon because the Falcon has the ability currently dropped his resistance, so that was my prime target for a second. Anyways, next situation, jumping on Dead City right now, capturing or stopping the capture of our beacon right here from a stealth robot, although I think he would have probably not been successful with a little stalker. But I still wanted to make sure because I didn't know what it was that attacked the beacon, right? Could have been a pursuer, and then it would have been very dangerous. So, now, I see a Nemesis over there, right? Greek Pantheon robot. Let's jump in here and suppress him. Boom. I suppressed him now that he opened fire with his built-in weapons. So that, look at this. That's all the damage he was able to do, this little white part, with Orkan rockets and the built-in rockets. Because 80% damage suppression when you get hit by this area explosion from the Invader. So it's like nothing. It's like no damage has been done to me whatsoever. And he's getting killed, no problem. Alright, we have already a triple kill. I'm getting a full blast from the Death Button Griffin, and this actually does some damage because I hadn't had him suppressed, but I could counter heal it. Look, and I'm still back at a really high amount of health. Full hits from 4 Vortex. What do I care? It's just freaking Vortex don't do damage to me. I got 570,000 health, man. So let's get this guy destroyed. And yeah, unfortunately, somehow he manages to still shoot another a hit and do another 30,000 HP. All right, let's jump up there. What is it? Oh, another Griffin. Why was there so many Griffins in this match? That is unusual. Normally in the Champions League, you see very rarely a Griffin. In this match, somehow, there's already the second Griffin that I've seen. Interesting. Spectre with Polarbearz. Very, very popular these days because it deals more damage now than Spectre with the Shock Train with, on the Spectre, you know? And we're back. We're still 208,000 HP here. I don't know how much we have done, but it's insane that we are still alive and that we can still keep going right here. Weapons suppressed on this Fury, and no time for him to react anyways. Another Griffin? Are you kidding me? Is this all the same player, or I don't know, maybe I was playing at the wrong time of the day and there wasn't as much players online, so the matchmaker mixed it more. I don't know. That's normally, I very rarely see those dudes. Okay, so, victory. Let's see how much damage we have done. 2 million damage, 12 kills, 3 beacon caps, and the enemy was even trying to platoon a little bit right there. No chance against almost 600,000 health on an Invader. And you could probably get to 600,000 if you had team boosters active for the healing. If your entire team had the healing booster active and they all squat with you. So, behind me I suppressed 2 enemies with a suppression, so that's why I'm taking almost no damage right here from the from the Spectre with Tarans and from the Scourge Dragoon Inquisitor. Now let's kill this guy. We're getting hit by all what they have, and we still capture the beacon, and now I'm suppressing the Pursuer at the last thing that I do. I jumped between 4 enemies, captured the beacon, and killed 3 of them. This is so crazy. It is insane. I never knew how insanely powerful the Invader can be. This is literally the only robot in the game that can head-on fight. Once again, I'm making the same mistake. Scourge to my left and I focus something else. That is very... And still, I let the Scourge fire at me the whole time. I should focus the Scourge. Why didn't I do it in the gameplay? It's just the heat of the moment, guys. Just not my day, my friend right now. Here, I could once again finish him off, but what do? I suppress the Falcon robot instead of the Scourge Hize and get myself killed. Oh. What a dummy, right? Anyways, let's jump into another situation where we were before here and just make my little outro right here. What I was gonna say, guys, I think that the Invader is literally the only robot in the game that has the ability to just fight a Hellburner 101. Just let the Hellburner do all its thing. Let him explode as many times as he wants and explode at the end of his death if you don't care. You still will be left alive with at least 50% of your health after you've taken care of the Hellburner. Hellburner is no thing anymore when you run this. It's just no problem whatsoever. Just make sure you don't run 5 invaders into 1 Hellburner. Then it would be a problem, but as long as you fight a one-on-one, a Hellburner, you don't care. They can explode as much as they want. It's like 5% HP or 10 when they explode, right? If the Hell Drive explosion here deals next to no damage either, well, what else do you want, right? I mean, this is really crazy. I'm not sure if the amount of HP is too much on this thing, but I think so far I haven't seen many people run the Invader. And one more thing that I also want to say, I find it fun to play against Invaders too, because they give you so much damage that you can do, right? They don't have any resistance or something, so you can literally go and do 600,000 damage almost from just killing 1 guy, right? So it's very rewarding to fight an Invader. It is a lot of fun to fight an Invader. And, yeah. So yeah, what I was gonna say, guys, I think it's very amazing. So yeah, what I was gonna say, guys, So what I was gonna say before is that the Invader is probably the only robot in the game that has the ability to fight a Hellburner in 101 and just don't care about it. Let him explode as many times as he wants, let him explode at the end of his death, You don't care, you're gonna be left alive with at least half your HP at the end of all this, and you got him killed. A one-on-one, the Hellburner is nothing against the Invader, and it's just insane, even considering that you can suppress his explosion and his go-off 2 or 3 times over the course of the battle, right? So, how much damage is he going to do? Next to none. And which robot can say that? Which robot can say that he just doesn't care if an explosion of the Hellburner is right next to him? That's only the Invader. And the next thing is, I'm wondering maybe if the Invader has too much health, but then again, I feel like it's very rewarding to fight an Invader too, right? Think about it, guys. You're gonna have a robot here that basically has the, that gives you 600,000 of damage for your end statistics if you kill it, right? I mean, there's nothing that I want to fight more than an Invader because he gives you so much damage output if you just don't get suppressed, right? If you manage to dodge his suppression when he jumps at you because you can see that coming, and if you just deal that much damage to him, you're gonna boost the damage output on your end screen so much when just fighting against an Invader. So it's kind of very attractive to fight these guys, and it's very rewarding too, you know. So I think it's kind of cool to have this thing with so much health in the game, because I would even want my enemies to have them. Kind of, really. Imagine your entire enemy team's running only these things. You can literally do like 8-9 million damage in a round with this, because they do have that much health, you know. If they leave you and let you do this damage, of course. And so yeah, I think it's probably okay when it comes to the HP, but it's definitely a booster boy, beastie boy. So what I was gonna say is that the Invader is probably the only robot in the game that can just easily one-on-one a Hellburner and don't care about his explosions, right? First off, you suppress the Hellburner constantly and make his explosions, and even the end explosion when he dies next to worthless. And even in between, you have so much health you don't care about the explosion that he's going to do. You literally don't care. Even if a Mercury explodes next to you and does this little bit of damage, I mean, you don't really care about this, right? And I think the Invader is probably the only robot in the game that can say that. That can say that, you know what, explode next to me, I don't care. I'm just gonna whoop you in the meantime. And so, which robot can deal with a Hellburner like that? None. Literally no robot in the game. That's the only Invader can do this. And it's kind of cool, right? Let's just not care about this, because the Hellburner is kind of a problem robot in the game even. And yeah, you can kind of work around this problem with this much health, obviously. And does it have too much health? I don't know. I kind of even like to have a target with this much health, you know? The Invader doesn't have resistance like the Falcon does, so basically all the damage you do is going to be reflected at the end screen for you and the stats, you know? So I kind of want to have my enemies run a lot of Invaders even, so that I can do a ridiculous amount of damage to the enemy team, you know? It's very rewarding to fight an Invader, because they actually give you this damage output, unlike a Falcon that would simply half your damage, or you know, make your damage be 1/3 of what you've actually done. So I think it's kind of cool to have this guy with so much health in the game. And yeah, let's see, maybe if some more people are running it, it will be very attractive, and you can do some new crazy damage records. Imagine the entire enemy team running this. How much new damage records you can make? 8 million, 9 million damage or match? This would be insane, right? I think I'm probably also making a video running this in free-for-all, because I'm certain of it. This thing is going to rock free-for-all a lot. So, yeah. Let's do it during the next live stream, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe, as brutal as a man can hit, for more. Thanks for bearing with me. You guys are awesome. As always, Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye-bye. Double kill, triple kill, quattro kill, monster kill. Everybody dies.